Well, in lieu of a full cast of Falcons soaring in the upper air here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, we've got one that does take to the skies before kickoff. That is the mascot, Freddie Falcon. And at ground level, here they come. A cauldron of Falcons also taking flight out of the tunnel and onto the field in Atlanta. Today, it's an exciting battle of NFC teams. It's the Washington Commanders and the Atlanta Falcons. Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And we're underway in Atlanta. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And they're brought out by the 8th pick in the 2024 draft. Out of your alma mater, the University of Washington, Michael Penix Jr.
The former Husky got a 3-star audition to end his rookie season. Kate, and those results, well, as you'd expect, were a little mixed. Some highlight reel making throws and some opportunities to learn from as well. But now the 8th pick, he's going to get the ball in his hands, running his own team.
They go play action. Here's Penix. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
They motion the tight end over. 2nd and 10. Penix to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. Penix working from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Now Penix off the play action. He puts some juice on it deep. That's grabbed inside the 30. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Has some space inside the 15. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
18 more yards. That's another Falcons first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Here's Robinson. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series. And then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
John Parker Romo out to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. out to kick it away. Here's Pinion.
Set to kick off.
It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. It's last season's Offensive Rookie of the Year at the helm, Brock. What a rookie season he had. Led his team to the conference title game for the first time since 1991. It's Jaden Daniels.
He may have been drafted second in 2024, but Daniels was the rookie we couldn't stop talking about last season nor take our eyes off of. He really, Kate, put the capital D in dual threat. 3,500 yards and 25 touchdowns passing, and almost 900 yards and 6 touchdowns on the ground.
And he goes down to avoid a hit, so give him a gain of close to 4. That's going to set up second down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. On a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Play fake here, Daniels. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Running back sent in motion. Receiver in motion, headed right. Daniels throwing on 3rd. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3 and out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. The Falcons taking the field for their 2nd drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They motion a receiver left. Play action. Here's Penix. He tucks it and takes off. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Falcons.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, here's Penix. And this one doesn't go far.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They're going play fake with Penix. Finds his back, it's Robinson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Penix here from the gun. Looking for a target. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
Those defenses spend all week trying to find that numbers advantage. How can I get a guy free? Or how do I get my best rusher in a one-on-one to beat him and get home and get that sack? That was study put into action for the SACK.
So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Back out run the Commanders for their 2nd drive of the game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
This is Ja'Cory Kronsky-Merritt, and it for the first time. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Leonard Floyd bringing that play to a close.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
A run now with Kronsky-Merritt. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 12 there, and the Commanders will have a first.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And he nearly gets him another first down as they force him out just shy of the marker.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film or watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
McLaurin, the receiver, in motion left. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Pickup of 2 here, and that'll be good for a Washington first. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing on first down, Daniels. That's caught, it's McLaurin downfield. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with a receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Agnew on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Penix. Pressure's there, and the Commanders got him! And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. To the air with Penix. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, this defense is seeing a vulnerable offense right now, an offense that can't protect itself. First and foremost, before you do anything else, you got to make sure you account for everybody. And right now, this defender, well, he's taking this game over.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Commanders set to take over. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Commanders' 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
1st down, ball at the 36. Slot man in motion left. Daniels on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll have it 2nd and 8. From the 34. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Commanders.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Daniel's going to keep it. And they're not going to give him an inch on this second down play. Good job containing that run right at the line.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, QB keeper, it gets 0.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Krosky Merritt has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Krosky Merritt again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a second quarter lead. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7.
14, Falcons 7.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's Agnew on the return. Jukes the defender. He stopped on the run back of the 27. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. All All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. They'll run it with Robinson from the pistol. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Penix looking to pass. He keeps it and takes off. And Penix gives himself up after picking up that 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Falcons. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Completed over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st and 10, or under Robinson. Got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. From the 32. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. That one gains 7. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Penix. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. That throw is looking for Kyle Pitts. So it'll be 3rd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Field goal attempts coming up from John Parker Romo. He's got to drive this 37 yards down the middle. Up and good from Romo. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Luke McCaffrey now on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Commanders, some running back Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, headed back to the field now. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. They run. It's Krosky Merritt. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep the quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Daniels now. He lofts it deep left. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
The Commanders ready for the punt. Back deep for the Falcons, Jamal Agnew. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Well, one defender failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Penix working from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And a stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Robinson on the inside give. And 2nd down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
2nd and 13. Now try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
And Washington into the dime here, defending pass, 3rd down coming. Penix. He sends this one to the end zone. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
They'll punt it away again. Bradley Pinion headed back out. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. He has it at the 13. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Daniels back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They're a rookie out of Oklahoma there to make that play.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. It's the Commanders with 3rd and 5. Daniels. He goes right back to Samuel. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So they bring Tressway back out there for another punt. One of the league's best return men, Jamal Agnew, back deep. And a fair catch made here at the 17. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Here's Penix to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. It's a short pickup to the 20. That's Trey Amos, rookie 2nd rounder on the tackle.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Penix here from the gun. He'll try and run this. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
To the line we go. They're set 1st and 10. Penix now. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Throwing, Penix. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd down, it's Penix. He's running for it. And Penix gives himself up after picking up that 1st down. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. From the shotgun, Penix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He's got London left side, and he's able to cross midfield before going out. Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Vacates quickly left side. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Penix now to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. To the air with Penix. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down at the 30. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our 2 teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our 3rd quarter. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. On the return, this is McCaffrey. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Commander offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still 2nd down.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches. They'll run here following the penalty. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
So now here's 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Daniels. The Falcons getting close, and they take it down! And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
Kate, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
They'll bring out the punter here. It'll be Tress Way doing the honors. Signaling fair catch, and he takes it in at the 37. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Penix looking to pass. Hits him on the out route. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Here's Penix. He's got a man left. And this nearly got there, but he hit the sideline just short. This is going to be 4th and about a yard to go.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Punting unit out now. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. A run. It's Krosky Merritt. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now Daniels off the play action. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. That was intended for Deebo Samuel. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Dumps it off to his running back. And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now. 4th down coming up.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Sending a receiver left. Running here with Bajan. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. That draw is snuffed out. Didn't really have a chance, and they're going to back him up for 3rd down.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did the homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Penix working from the gun. Pressure's there, and the Commanders got him! And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
They'll send out the punting unit. And they could really use a good one here. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Here's Krosky Merritt. And in a blink, they are out to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Washington.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Short side option here. He's running left. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Play fake here. Daniels. Completed to his running back. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
They've got 1st down from the 31. And he's able to take this one down at the 25.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Krosky Merritt on the carry. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Washington.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. Back to the well again. Good hit on the grounds here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's second down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. They give it to him again. Hop behind the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Daniels. It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Daniels gonna keep it. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. Krosky Merritt. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Last play stopped short. Still 3 yards to gain. 3rd and goal. Here's another for him. And this is going to end behind the line. A great stop down in close. Let's see if they want to risk it now on 4th and goal.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
So on 4th down, on comes Matt Gay to try the field goal for the Commanders. Pretty easy kick here, Brock, just 22 yards. Gay's kick is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's Agnew on the return. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stopped. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Penix. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Staying with Robinson. Jukes one defender. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's good for a Falcons first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And that's going to fall incomplete. They wanted to get it right back to him after that run, but no luck on that throw.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Play fake, Penix. Finds a man, right side. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. This is Robinson. He finds him 6 yards on that 1st down run.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. And you feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. They'll try and throw it here. That one connects. And it's close, but he's not going to score out of bounds right at the goal line, Brock. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Penix looking to run with it. And he's in for the touchdown. The Falcons now trailed by just a point in the 4th. Michael Penix Jr. the touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. On the return, this is McCaffrey. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Commanders all set to regain possession. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
That's why you often see some mix, some high-percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's calling his own number again. And a good business decision there as he comes up at the end of it. Give him around 7 and give this offense now 3rd down.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day. And he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the 1st down.
They motion the slot man right. 3rd and short, Daniels. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And 4th and 4 coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
So out now comes the punter. Takes it in at the 26. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them because they proved last drive they couldn't.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Penix on 1st down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
I could promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Penix here from the gun. We look underneath here. Robinson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's good for a Falcons. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Running left is Robinson. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. They're going play fake with Penix. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of third down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. They kick the running back in motion. 3rd down, it's Penix. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at a 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
And this just gets past the 20 before going out. The Commanders set to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. To throw, Daniels. Gets it to him on the screen. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Now Daniels to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to run for it. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Commanders' first down.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
They get to him behind the line, Brock. Looks like they're going to lose a couple on that zone read.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. Tried to beat him with a quick pass, but not quick enough. That winds up as a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Back to throw it. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, it hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
He's got it at the 24. Escapes a defender. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. The Falcons and running back John Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
From the shotgun, Penix finds him over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Gets this one to London. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons with a little more work to do to win it here. New set of downs for him from the 46. Firing quickly is Penix, complete. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. He'll look to throw it. Hits him on the out route. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
That's good for a Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's a counter give to Robinson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Back to throw. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's brought down after a short gain. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And they drop him just a couple yards beyond the line. It's 4th down now. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. John Pacaromo now. Let's see how he handles this moment. This is going to be a 46-yarder. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that kick? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Samuel now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here he is to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the gun, Daniels. Throwing the out route complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.